What's going on, everyone? Today we are flying the Night Stalkers. We're going to insert a Delta platoon deep behind enemy lines near Tarancot so they can perform a force recon. I'm going to get the Chinook started up. Troops and cargo are loaded and get going. Alright, we're green. Let's get airborne. Okay, we are rolling. We've got quite a way to go. A long way out to Tarancot from Camp Bastion. And get this aircraft trimmed up. And I want to introduce you guys to my new best friend here. Once we hit steer point 1, we'll go ahead and meet him. Should just be a sec here. There it is. Turn. Alright, I want you guys to meet my friend Bob. Bob, take over. There we go. Bob is flying the plane now. I'm hands off. And to control Bob, I'm just going to use the stick input. It's quite intuitive. So I need him to go left to hit this waypoint. So I'm just going to hold the stick left a little bit. Bob is directing the aircraft that way. Beautiful. And now I want Bob to go faster, so I'm going to hold the stick forward. You can see Bob pushing the nose down, accelerating the aircraft past 100 knots. It's that easy.
Fixed wing, 1 o'clock, searching.
Pick up a little bit of altitude. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna try to fly around this mountain. We are gonna be flying up pretty high. The LZ that Delta's operating out of is, gosh, 10,000 feet. So with this kind of payload, it's gonna be difficult for the Chinook for sure. It's very high up, very thin air, and we're carrying 2 pallets of ammo as well as the Delta platoon. Try not to stress the engines too much. We're going to hit forward operating base before we get to that LZ though, which is 40 miles away. When we land there, we'll refuel the aircraft, make sure we have plenty of fuel for the ingress. We don't want to choke the engines getting up to the altitude that we need to get to. So let's just continue en route. In order to call Bob, I thought I would show you this. All you need to do is look in here, your CH-47 controls, type in Bob in the search field. There's engage and disengage function or just a toggle. I've elected to use the toggle. It's bound to my button 26 on my joystick there. You can bind that however you want, and all you have to do is press it and then use the control stick to direct Bob where you want him to go. Forward for speed up, rearwards for slowing down, and then of course left and right to turn the aircraft left or right. and Bob will do the rest for you. So it makes flying the Chinook even easier, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty intuitive autopilot system that they've developed for the hook here. Like I said, we'll land there, fuel up, and proceed to the landing zone that the Delta platoon has set up as camp. Alright, there's the combat outpost. Got ourselves a pretty good hover here. Just nice and slow. Drop the altitude a bit. Trying to be really ginger about how much power I pull on this descent. I am very heavy, and I don't want to enter into a VRS right here. This would be a really crappy way to die. Feet. And ground effect. And down. Get this parking brake on. Not. Good. Okay. Halfway there. Fill her up, boys.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Okay, refueled. Let's head out. 40 miles to our next LZ. 40 miles and 5,000 feet of elevation. Back from Bob, who's not happy about flying this high and this quick, I guess. You can see we're really starting to get into that mountainous region here. We're at about 8,000 feet and continuing. So the Chinook's starting to get pretty uncomfortable with the weight we're carrying and how far we've got to go still. We are about 25 miles away from the LZ. ETA about 11 minutes. Yeah, I really want to be flying faster, at least me personally, but I'm kind of on the razor's edge, I think, and I want to be very ginger with the hook here. I don't want to get into a VRS situation if I slow down too quickly, and the air is so much thinner But I'm just trying to be very careful. You know, this is not a normal flying regime for me in a helicopter, so maybe the real Night Stalkers, this isn't an issue. I know they operated the MH-47s in altitude like this a lot, and those guys had nerves of steel. They went into some really crappy places and didn't complain. Just phenomenal aviators. I try to stay on the southern side of this ridge, top of this mountain crest. And the enemies are in Tarancot, which is north of us. We do our best to mask ourselves from visual sight of them. Make sure I had enough power to get over this crest here. Eyeballing my options in case I have to abort. I'll just slope south and go around that way. I think I'll be okay here. See that we're at 9,500 feet and climbing, getting through this mountainous area. The sun is setting, so it's going to be getting really dark soon, which Delta Force likes. Me, not so much. I'm still getting used to this bird. That's okay though. I think it's going to be a fun challenge. (10,000 feet elevation. I wouldn't say she's struggling, but she's not entirely happy about being here. That's 6.5 miles to go. I don't want to do here is speed up too fast or gain too much altitude. The landing zone's just ahead. Power 190 feet. Nice and slow. Pull the pedals down now. A little premature, but I want to make sure that we don't roll when we hit this ground. It's getting dark enough now. The SF teams have lit up their lights and their vehicles. 60 feet to go. Nice and easy. No reason to rush. Looking good. Ground effect. Easy. Hooks down. Hell yeah. That parking brake on. Delta team is mobilized. Let's unload our cargo. Okay, I don't know about you, but I feel much better. Pellets are out. Crew's ready. Let's get that ramp up. Task Force Trident in ambush. Need immediate evac. Any stuff. Right. Stalker 7-1, please assist. Alright, let's punch that point in. So we're going to do north 3217, east 06610. I think that'll work. We'll pop that in here. It's 20 miles away. Does that seem right? We'll see. Alright, let's see if we can help these guys. Alright guys, we're dusting off. See you later. Good luck. I mean, she feels much happier now that we've got like 15,000 pounds loaded off of us. It's starting to get really dark. With the display set up for MVG, we're probably going to have to get pretty dark in here. See if we can rescue Task Force Trident. It should be somewhere in this ridge lines here. Right in this ridge line. Try to get these guys picked up. Let's get them out of here. Alright, we've got those seals loaded up. Let's get the hell out of here.